Hello everyone, this is Sharpedo43 once again, bringing you all another Wi-Fi battle. This is going to be a UU battle, and my opponent is going to be Mr.Talent, also known as Sirmancer in the game. He and I have had a couple battles a lot in the past, in ORAS at least, and a couple in Sun and Moon as well. But you know, once again, the dang patches ruining everything for me as usual. But I still managed to get one battle here with Sirmancer here, and I thought it was a pretty cool one. I actually use Sharpedo in this team because I do want to show Mr. Talent who Sharpedo43 is. You know, kind of. But anyway, he's going to lead off with Delta here, which is the Delmice. And I'm going to lead off with my Swampert, which is my Rock Setter. And the plan here was literally just to set up Stealth Rocks here. But because he led with Delmice, I am now forced to switch out, and now I have to go into Arcanine. And because the switch into Arcanine was very obvious, he definitely predicts this and actually goes for the Shadow Claw, which is very good on his part because, yeah, that'll get damage on this Arcanine, which is not defensive, by the way. So it's going to take this amount of damage, as you can see. And now he's going to switch out and go into Glisker, Skarner, to take the Flare Blitz, the incoming Flare Blitz. Or if I predict him, go for Crunch as well. But I just go for the Flare Blitz because this Arcanine is actually Choice Banded. So I'm able to do a lot of damage, and it does 2-hit KO the Glisker, which is actually kind of crazy. But he's actually going to preserve this Glisker and not let it take any further damage, or should I say take it out completely. And he's going to switch into Klungo, which is this Mega Camerupt. Definitely the Mega. There's no reason he'd bring a Camerupt to a UU battle when Mega Camerupt is clearly better. But as you can see here, I get a huge crit with this Flare Blitz, and it is a 2-shot nonetheless. And I think even with the crit, without the crit, it would have been a 2-shot anyway. So I don't think it mattered necessarily, unless the bulk that it gets from Mega Evolving actually does make a difference. But I'm not really sure how. Either way, I do take out this Klungo. He's just gonna Mega Evolve at least so he can look cool before going down, which is kind of funny actually. But yeah, down goes Klungo, so I actually take First Blood, which is actually clean, not gonna lie. And now here he's just gonna go into Gazebo, which is the Ambipom. And here I was actually gonna switch out, anticipating a Fake Out, so I wanted to preserve Arcanine, but I decided, you know what, nah, let's just not, in case he tries to go for like Substitute or something. So I just decided let Arcanine go down, and that's fine. And if the crit did matter on the camera, then letting Arcanine go down for no reason kind of makes up for it, I guess. But here I'm going to go into Swampert again because I know this thing can take a lot of hits from this Ampharos because... Ambipom, dumbass. But I'm going to go for Stealth Rocks because I know I can take hits from Ambipom. And now I'm going to, you know, see what he wants to do now. He's going to switch out and go back into Delmice. I actually, because he stayed in when I went for Stealth Rocks, I actually kind of felt like he might stay in again, so I just went for the Earthquake. And it does nothing to Delmice. Actually, for a defensive Swampert on a resisted mon like Delmice, it actually does quite an amount, actually, in my opinion anyways. I could be seeing things, but I think it does quite an amount. Here I'm gonna actually switch into Decidueye, thinking now he'll probably go for the Power Whip, but nope. He actually switches it up to Shadow Claw once again. Or should I say, he actually just went for the Shadow Claw straight up, predicting me to switch into Decidueye. I was hoping he'd go for Power Whip, so then I can scare him out, which I do anyways. Like, I do scare him out anyways, but I just have to take damage in the process, like a lot of damage. And here I actually was gonna scare him away to thinking I'd go for Spirit Shackle, but I actually just went for Toxic, which was a misplay because I should have kept in mind that the Glisker was still in this battle, so I had to now here I just decided to risk it and just go for U-turn, just in case he actually like goes for Roost or something, which he does here. The worst case scenario would have been that he goes for Knockoff and just takes out my Decidueye, because I'm pretty sure he would take it out even if it's defensive. But he didn't go for it, and he just went for Roost, and now I'm just going to U-turn, get the heck out of here, because I do not want Decidueye to go down just yet. It may be useful later. So I'm going to send in Sylveon here, which is my defensive Sylveon, I believe. Which also carries Calm Mind, and I can actually scare him out, making him think I'm a Choice Spec set. But he is going to go for U-turn though, because he knows he can outspeed Sylveon. Because most typical Sylveons are either the Support Cleric set or the Spec set. He's going to go into Post-Op, which is the Primarina, and I'm actually going to go for a Calm Mind, predicting either a U-turn or a switch. I actually was predicting the switch, but U-turn also works since he's gonna switch out anyways. So I'm just gonna go for the Calm Mind right here. Get +1 in special attack and special defense. Get some leftovers as well. And I know for a fact this Primarina is gonna go for a Moonblast. So what I'm gonna do is just stay in, obviously, because I'm at +1 now. And figure just go for the Hyper Voice just to get some damage. I was hoping that I can at least 2-shot this thing, because that would actually be ideal. Now here he actually goes for the I go for the Hyper Voice because the Primarina outsped me. In fact, I think this was a speed tie because they both have the same base speed, and I guess we both have no investment in speed whatsoever. So as a result, we speed tie, and he did win the first speed tie and got the Moonblast first before I went for Hyper Voice. But then here I outspeeded and now actually finish it off with Hyper Voice, which is actually really good because now my Sylveon actually gets to be at this healthy right now. Now he's gonna send out Gazebo, and I was thinking, you know what, this Gazebo, I can definitely take hits from this thing because all he has is Return, probably Fake Out, U-turn, Low Kick, or Knockoff. But surprisingly, this Ambipom actually carries freaking Gunk Shot. I was like, yo, are you kidding me? Are you freaking kidding me? This guy actually has Gunk Shot on this freaking Ambipom. I was about to call him Ampharos again. Seriously, I'm such a dumbass. But anyways, here I'm gonna go into Swampert now because I lost Sylveon, which sucks because that thing could have been kind of a win condition for me. But now I lost it and now I have to use Swampert here. I'm gonna go for, I think, the Roar because I wanted to see if he'd actually switch it back into Delmice, which he did. And now I'm gonna phase him back into Ambipom. And now here I think I just stay in and go for Scald as he goes for a Return because he's kind of afraid that I try to phase him out again. Oh no, he goes for Fake Out first to get the Technician boosted damage off. And then he's gonna go for Return. I do flinch, but I'm not really phased by that anyway. So here's gonna go for Return, and I'm just gonna go for the Scald because I can. Unfortunately, the damage that this thing does to me is not enough to proc my Yakbubble Berry, so I just have to freaking see what's coming basically. And he is gonna send out Dreaded, which unfortunately I don't think can take a Hyper Voice from at this range. So here I'm just gonna stay in and Roar in case this Sylveon tries to Calm Mind or substitute then Calm Mind or something. So I'm definitely just going for Roar here, but it's gonna just Hyper Voice me and I'm just gonna go down basically. I'm gonna lose Swampert, which is fine because now I get a free switch into literally whatever I want. And I already did lose like 3 months here at this point, so what I'm gonna go into right now is my Decidueye because this is the only thing I can send in, and the plan here is literally just to go for as many Leaf Blades as I can, just to get damage before I go down. I get a crit on this Leaf Blade, which is actually pretty good because it gets damage and it gets to pressure the Sylveon even more. He's gonna go for Wish, which is actually kind of what I was afraid of because this thing could possibly Toxic Stall me. And here I could have gone for Toxic a while ago, but I was just afraid that he'd just switch back into Gliscor, knowing that I can Toxic this thing, this Sylveon. So here I go for I think I just keep going for Leaf Blades because, like I said, I was afraid of the Gliscor switching. So he does get his HP back with Sylveon. So, and I'm just, like I said, I'm gonna keep going for a couple more of these Leaf Blades because, like I said, if I can keep this Sylveon weakened, I can just send in Sharpedo and just finish it off with a Psychic Fangs maybe, because it won't be able to otherwise. Especially if this Sylveon is possibly a defensive set. I need all the damage I can get. He's gonna go for Hyper Voice here, and here I think he goes for another Wish. And what I do here, I think, is eventually actually go for the Toxic. So yeah, I think here he goes for the Wish, and I go for the Toxic. It's either that or I still go for more Leaf Blades. Yeah, I go for Toxic right here because I was anticipating him to actually want to go for a Wish here, and I figured he's not gonna switch out. So I do actually win the dice roll here because he could have switched in the Gliscor here nonetheless, but I actually am able to expect him to stay in once again, get the Toxic off, and this can actually work in my favor because now I can just send in Goodra, which is my other Pokemon. This is why I couldn't switch out Decidueye no matter what I did here because my last 2 Pokemon are just Goodra and Sharpedo, and none of them can take a Hyper Voice from this thing. Well, Goodra can actually take probably 1 at the very least. So I'm just gonna go for Sludge Wave, and this is why I needed the Toxic on the Sylveon because look how much damage this Sludge Wave does. It does almost nothing. It's crazy. And now he's gonna Wish and then just freaking Protect again. So thank goodness for that Toxic, because had I not gotten that Toxic off on the Sylveon, this might have just been the whole game actually. So here I'm just gonna wait till this thing gets his HP back with the Wish, because he's definitely gonna protect to see if he can actually take sludge waves better. But eventually he's going to have to attack my Goodra, because if not, I'm just gonna end up KOing it anyways. And here I go for Ice Beam, as you can see, because first of all I did anticipate the protect, but if he didn't go for protect, he could have just switched into Gliscor, predicting the sludge wave or something. So I definitely have to keep that in mind. I had to kind of 50-50 around the Ice Beam and sludge wave move, because if not, I could have been outpredicted by the Gliscor, and then I might have been finished off. But this Sylveon is poisoned, so I mean, I was also thinking he might want to switch out too, but he didn't. He actually just goes for the Hyper Voice and just puts a huge dent on Goodra with a crit Hyper Voice, which I guess it makes up for that crit that I got on the or the one that I got with the on the Mega Camerupt with Arcanine. But yeah, and here I do get to outspeed it and finish off this Sylveon with a Ice Beam, in case he tries to switch in the Gliscor, of course, because like I said, I want to make sure he doesn't send in that Gliscor for free. Now here he's gonna actually send out Dhelmise, and I was like, oh crap, I forgot he still had this thing. So what I'm gonna do here is actually go straight for the Devastating Drake via Draconian Sea and just freaking blow this damn Dhelmise away. Cause yeah, I don't think Ice Beam will KO it, and I feel like I can use this thing to fodder on the Gliscor, just in case he has something like Substitute on his Gliscor or something. I can just Ice Beam it and he'll have to KO me, so I don't have to worry about any potential substitute on his Gliscor. So that way I can just go on the offensive with Sharpedo and just proceed to Waterfall spam it, because I do not have Ice Fang on Sharpedo for some reason. At the time I figured Waterfall would be a much better move, but it's kind of proving me otherwise recently. But yeah, he's now going to go into his last Pokemon, which is Gliscor. Take out my Goodra, and I'm going to actually now get a free switch into Sharpedo. And because I'm very, very confident that this Gliscor is actually a defensive one and not a max speed one, I'm just going to go into Sharpedo and just go straight for the Mega Evolution without trying to get a speed boost, because I don't think it's necessary. So as you can see here, I send it in, I Mega Evolve, and now here what I'm going to do is just go for Waterfalls. And I'm actually hoping I can just two-shot this thing, because if I can't two-shot this thing can very well kill me. I'm at full HP right now, so I get 2 chances to take this thing out. I do get a lot of damage with this thing, and I don't get the flinch, unfortunately. And he's gonna go for U-turn, which does a lot of damage actually. But thankfully it's not enough to take out my Sharpedo. And now here, because of the poison heal, I was actually afraid I wouldn't be able to take out this Gliscor with Waterfall, but thanks to Waterfall being X2 effective on Gliscor, and the fact that it's stab on Sharpedo, and the fact that Mega Sharpedo has 140 base attack, it was barely enough to just take this thing out. So I was like, holy cranberries, thank goodness I got to win against my man Sir Mancer, aka Mr. Talent. 1-0 with Mega Sharpedo, my signature. Feels good, man. So yeah, good game to Mr. Talent. That was a pretty awesome battle. I actually enjoyed it. I got to finish him off with Sharpedo, which was probably the best thing of the entire battle, in my opinion. So yeah, thank you all for watching. Feel free to leave your thoughts in the comments below if you guys want to, and I'll catch you guys in the next battle. So for now, just take it easy.